Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I want to talk about time. Interesting thing. Of course, time is part of who we are. It's part of our lives. It's part of our daily existence. Everybody has a clock. Everybody has a watch. Everybody has a cell phone with the time upon it. And in this modern age, it's fascinating to see how time is enveloped in all of our modern technological wonders. Look at our media. Look at mass communication. It's an instantaneous thing. Constant communication. Rapid fire. Something happens 1 minute later, the world knows it. And that goes for good and goes for bad. Years ago, if something happened, it took a little while for people to find out. And it was probably for the better in many respects. I want to tell you something. Let's go back to the Cuban Missile Crisis, 1962. They found out about the missiles in Cuba, and it took some time, and they did some research, and they negotiated and did everything. And John F. Kennedy said, after it was all said and done, he said, it's good that we had time to work things out, because if we didn't have time, the result might have been very different. That's so very important. Got to think of these things, In this day and age, look at the media. Everything is ruled by the clock. Everything is time sensitive. Newspapers don't have 3 pages of articles. It's short. Look at People magazine. It gives you an idea of how much people want to read because they don't have time. And of course, it has affected politics. Because since we move so fast, since we do things so fast, that somebody says something and 1 minute later, it's there. Why, the President of the United States is tweeting all the time. And it's constant, instant communication. But what happens a lot of times, especially if there's information sent back and forth? Let's just go back to that Cuban Missile Crisis. If there is no time, you've got to come up with a fast answer. And let's take a look at us as human beings. When you get news or something said to you that you're not too pleased with, a lot of times you will respond emotionally. And then afterwards, the intellect will kick in. This is how barroom fights and things take place, because the whole thing is that they say something and somebody else says, oh yeah, that kind of thing. And then whammo. That is much of what happens now in our political climate, because everything's going so fast and everyone responds so fast that they respond emotionally and not intellectually. It's a frightening thing if you think about it. And actually, it's starting to lead to people saying it's far better to have the emotion and the feelings rather than the facts. That's insane. But that's our world today. Emotions and feelings, quick response are far more important than a detailed answer with facts and figures. This is our brave new world. And what will this world be like 25 years from now? Can we continue to handle this? Makes you wonder, will the human race, which responds emotionally to things, be able to handle faster and faster speeds? And will our responses be intelligent enough? Or will our responses be sensible enough not to create another problem with the individual who sent us the first message to respond emotionally? This is how wars start. This is how brawls start. This is how battles start. It's all over emotion. What we need to do is to allow ourselves to think. And many times we don't think as fast as computers. And now we have AI coming in, and that's going to be going even faster. And we, as the human species, won't be able to keep up. And we will act emotionally, while AI will be using raw intellect. It's going to prove interesting in the future how this world will change, how we will change, and how our understandings of facts, of life, politics, and basic relations will look in the future, and how things will really change tremendously. Thank you.